Hi everybody, this is the comic book cut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the comic book cut. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So it seems that so many liberals and people that don't like President Trump, don't really like most of half the country, cannot handle at all that Trump is back. And this is kind of a surprise because this is a person that really did not get too political. I don't know if it's because he's getting up there in age and doesn't care anymore what he says. But the legendary actor Harrison Ford had some things to say, which makes no sense. But he says he's been saying a lot of goofy things the last few years. And I think he's kind of losing. He's going, ooh, he's getting close to the, to the old folks' home. And let me read you from Outkick. Harrison Ford says, rich get richer, poor get poorer, to criticize Trump, despite massive Hollywood earnings. Actor discusses Trump presidency and economy, new interview with Variety. Now, he's never been very political, like I said. He's talked a lot about, the people that go see movies, like myself and you. He always talked about us as customers. That was always his big thing. Was that he always wanted to bring good product and good movies to his customers. That's how he kind of sort of put it. Now, he's not done really any great movies the last few years. And I don't know why. He just made a lot of bad choices over the last many, many years. And obviously the last movie he did was Captain America, A Brave New World. He played Thunderbolt Ross. I can't see him. First of all, Thunderbolt Ross doesn't have a mustache. He doesn't have a mustache in the movie. Then he becomes and plays the Red Hulk. From what I understand as well, he doesn't seem like he wants to be in any more Marvel movies. It's interesting, they replaced Thunderbolt Ross in the movies because the original actor passed away, but then replaced Black Panther. It's very strange. But anyway, legendary actor Harrison Ford just can't help himself. Ford, entertainment industry icon, who starred in some of Hollywood's biggest and best films and franchises, is known for his dry humor and lack of reverence for the work he does. In a new interview with Variety, for example, he describes his performance on the Apple TV Plus shrinking as, I say the words, do the work, rinse and repeat. For movie fans, there's virtually no modern actor who could fill Ford's shoes and carry on his unique blend of charisma, charm, and acting chops. Still, Ford is a member of the Hollywood community and therefore must be a hypocritical Democrat. In that same Variety interview, he was asked about Donald Trump's presidency and responded with a hypocritical, absurdist criticism that exemplifies the problem with the modern left. Ford, when addressing the Trump presidency, didn't go too far, but he did seem blissfully unaware of his own financial situation. Quote, in politics and in life, you don't always get what you want, but you get what you get and you don't get upset, Ford said. They teach us that in kindergarten, but they also teach you to fight for what you think is right. If you learn stuff like that in school, you got to learn stuff like that at home. To be honest with you. Now, because we've been disaggregated in this way, we're having a hard time finding commonality, but if you look at the economy, you'll figure out where the commonality is. It's where it's always was. Rich get richer, poor get poorer, and that ain't exactly right. Not only is this completely inaccurate, but Ford was paid an estimated $65 million to make Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Boy, oh boy. That's not a great movie, but I'm starting to feel that is much more... It's starting to age a little bit better, in my opinion. How much of that money did he give to the poor? The federal government makes it extremely easy for anyone to give extra money on top of whatever taxes you pay. In fact, he could now use Venmo to donate and pay down the national debt. He's got plenty of money to do that, right? Here's the other fun part. The year in which the wealthiest in society increased their net worth the most in recent history, 2021 under Joe Biden. One estimate had the wealthiest 1% gaining $42 trillion in net worth in 2021 alone. Roughly 2/3 of the wealth creation globally and far more than the other 99%. If you wonder where Ford is even aware of that, the answer is almost certainly obvious. Absurd hypocrisy is a feature, not a bug of the political left. Now, like I said, He's not been overly political. But he had to get his 2 cents in. He shouldn't have said anything. But they just can't help themselves anymore. They're just so beyond themselves. And you know, when they're talking to each other, it's probably 10 times worse. You know, they wish horrible things on this man, you know. Well, you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe. I would mention that he is basically taking a lot of money, through Star Wars, especially the, Force Awakens, and, of course, the last movie they did with Indiana Jones. And at no point did he say, I'm not going to have my characters get treated like this. He took the money, he let the one character die a horrible way, and he let someone punch him out. And I would mention, if you're something 75 plus years old or older, when you get any kind of injury to your face, even if it's not that bad, your entire face blows up if you're elderly. And Harrison Ford, if this was a real thing that happened to him in movies, especially over the age of 80, and he gets punched out by this woman who's in her 30s, first of all, that's absurd. But any kind of like injury to the face, you look like you've been through a horrible accident. I don't think he had that kind of face in that movie at the end. But be that as it may, just pointing something out. Some reality to the situation. But again, he didn't have a problem taking the money and letting these characters have a terrible end to their stories. Well, thank you for watching this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Comic Book Hut. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later.